I'm gonna be 100 with you. If I only did things when I was motivated, I wouldn't be here talking to you today. I don't know where my life would be. And truthfully, there are still days where motivation isn't enough for me. I can listen to E.T., I can listen to Inky Johnson, Jeremy Anderson, Rats, whoever. But if I don't get up and do something about it, that motivation means nothing. So, what up, though? Good morning. Welcome to the Pick Your Side podcast. In today's episode, we're going to talk about what do you do when the motivation run out and how do you get to that next level and that next phase of your life. Today, we talking about discipline and motivation. Like I said, motivation gonna get you started, but to get the results that you need and that you want in life, you need discipline. I know we all had seasons where we was motivated and we did great things, but then we all always sometimes find ourselves in the same position. That's because the motivation ran out. But to get to where you want to be, your favorite athlete, your favorite rapper, or whoever you look up to or get inspired by, the thing that's separating you from them right now, and the thing that's separating me from some of the people I look up to is being disciplined, doing the things when I don't want to do it. I'm gonna give you a few different points of why it's important to be disciplined and why motivation isn't enough for you. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Point one, motivation isn't reliable. For one, motivation is an emotion. It make you feel good. So if you listen to that speech, you feel good. So you can go out and do what you need to do. If you watch that video or listen to your favorite song, it's gonna get you motivated to get started. But life is gonna happen, like it always happens. You're gonna run into an obstacle, you're gonna run into a hard time, and that's when the motivation gonna disappear. And that's when a lot of people stop doing and stop going after the things they want to go after because they're hard time. But when you switch it over to become disciplined, that's when you're gonna wake up and you're gonna do what you want to do, regardless if everything is going great or regardless of if you're in a rough season or the roughest season of your life. So, for example, I set some goals this year that I want to be better with my money. I wanted to make sure I'm not in a position where I'm living check to Uber ride, barely getting by, even after making over 100K last year. So just being transparent, this morning, I did not feel like getting up to go Uber this morning. It's no motivation speech I could have listened to that would have get me out of bed. If I could have listened to my favorite speech, I still wouldn't get up. But the discipline kicked in. I had to remind myself, regardless of how long you're gonna be out there, you said this is what you're gonna do this year to change you and your family life. So get up. And that's when the discipline kicked in. We're not sitting around waiting. We're not only doing things when we're feeling good. Like I just said, everything is not gonna always be sweet for you. And that just lead me to the point two of where I lack discipline at in my life. The same time around last year, I was in the same situation financially. I was off to a good start in the year. We was getting our raises, we was getting our bonus, extra money was coming in. So it would be days where I didn't feel like getting up and I wouldn't get up. I'll be straight up with you. I was putting things off. I was telling myself, well, I pay this off whenever I get paid again, and I was just spending the money any and every way. And the crazy thing about it, I didn't even notice that I was putting myself in a deeper hole right when it was happening. And that's what happened when you undisciplined. It doesn't always show up right then and there in a moment. Sometimes it may hit you a few months later. So keep on putting days off of me working and me sticking to the plan that I set for myself. It made the last couple of months of the year rough, where I was having to call, borrow money from people. I was reaching out, taking out crazy loans. It's one loan that I've been paying on for the last 6 months, and it was only for $800, and I done paid well over $300-400, and my balance is still $805 because I didn't fully read the terms because I was undisciplined. So then I just started scrambling around, and I just took out a crazy loan, and that's what happened. So discipline that isn't the best thing. It ain't gonna make you feel good, but it's required for you to overcome and just to get to the next phase of your life. And that just leads me to my last point that I have. Discipline isn't like being perfect. We not asking y'all to be perfect. We all humans. We gonna make mistakes, and it's just basically setting a standard for your life and living up to that standard, regardless of what's going on in life, regardless of if everything's going right, regardless of if you feel like it. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Some days I don't feel like getting up Ubering. I don't feel like getting cussed out by these customers on the phone, but I know it's a certain lifestyle that I want to have for my family. It's certain things that I want to accomplish in the life. And I know the only way for me to get there is to be disciplined, not just for a short period of time. When you motivated, you're able to do great things for a little bit of time. But I'm tired of doing that. I'm tired of having seasons in my life of where I'm just doing good, and then I look up 2, 3 seasons that went by where I'm not getting up, going to the gym. I'm not eating right. I'm not budgeting my money and handling my finances right. I'm not standing up to the standard that I set for myself when it comes to my wife. I'm not taking her on dates. I'm not getting her flowers. I'm not just being the man that I should be. I'm not being the man that I'm supposed to be for my kids. I'm not being present. I'm not spending that time with them. That's because that motivation ran out. So it's a certain standard, it's certain things that I want to go. And like I said, we're not gonna be perfect. But this year, we're gonna be disciplined. And once we get to the end of the year, if you lock in, if you just stay focused, I promise you, your year gonna be a lot better than it was the last year. So every day you making decisions. You either letting feelings run your life, and that's only doing things when you feeling motivated. That's only doing things when the weather is good. That's only doing things when your finances are good. That's only doing things when you know you got an instant reward coming. Or are you going to do the things when you don't feel like it, when you're tired, when everything in your life seems like it's falling apart? Are you going to do that? Are you going to show up for yourself when nobody else is showing up for you? Are you going to get up and do the things that you want to do and just live up to a standard so that you can live the life that you dreamed about? So the choice is yours. I need you to pick your side. Are you going to just live off motivation, or are you going to be disciplined this year? But man, have a great day. Be blessed. See you next week.